right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Graham Arena. For a big matchup against Blake Bears. Senior night tonight. Got a number of seniors playing tonight. Make sure we recognize those. Easton Ferschweiler, Logan Landon, Robert Cunningham. Mason Bervin, Elliott Raid, Jordan Cruz, and Eli Erickson. More seniors tonight here in the varsity. Christian Beaver, Joey Graham, Gustav Baltics.
Down here screaming. Let's do it, senior night.
Dominic Palazzari, Cole Brownlow, Zachary Bohan, Jarek Solak, Isaac Algier, Ty Jocelyn, Drake Waters. Coming out tonight for Chuck-a-Puck, sponsored by Insignia. They're in the house streaming. Two and a half minutes left here in warm-ups. Take a moment to thank our sponsors here today. Proud sponsors of Rochester Century JM Hockey. Equipment, apparel, all the things necessary to make a good hockey team run. Thanks for your contributions. As always, watch us on social media, YouTube for all live game day action, Instagram and Facebook for player and game highlights. moments away from puck drop here in Gram 4. Here's your final horn. 15 minutes will go up on the clock, I believe. Again, it is senior night. 17 seniors. A very big senior class here for your Century John Marshall Panthers. Still dealing with some notable injuries that lineups have had to been changed. We'll talk a little bit more about those during the varsity game. Blake in their away blue, Panthers in their home white. Elliott Ray starting in net. Cole Brownlow taking the initial face-off, won by your Panthers. Mason Waters goes back to the near side. Cunningham at the near side boards. He goes all the way down, and that'll be our first icing. And that puck comes out of the zone. Carter May on the far side, Brownlow with him. Taken away by Blake. Brownlow picks it up in the neutral zone, comes in the near side. Backhands that to the far side as he goes off for a change. Carter May on the forecheck. Cunningham back to the puck. He goes hard up off the boards. Hirschweiler coming down, trying to cut in. Now behind the net. Slides that through. Puck goes all the way down, no icing. Schorella chips that at the near side boards. Hirschweiler coming back to the near side. He gets bodied. Blake now bringing that to the far side. Truella is there. He can't hold that in. Blake picks it up. Blake at the blue line. They dump that deep. Panthers trying to chip that out. Coming to the neutral zone, turned over. Owen Engelhart now comes over. He chips that out the far side boards, and he gets off for a change. Blake hard off the boards and all the way down. That should be another icing here at 12:49. Camden McJunkin here in the near side corner. He takes a Blake player down. Aiden Hookey pinching from his defensive position. Puck comes out. We dump that in deep. Blake hard at the boards. Shot. Loose in front. Panthers can't get to that, and Blake comes back quickly the other way. Potential 2-on-1 shot. That's wide. Blake to the near side. Hookey trying to skate that out. Camden McJunkin, he tosses that out of the zone as your Panthers get a change. Blake loses that, and your Panthers have to retreat. Blake now regrouping in the neutral zone. They come across the blue. Cunningham back for it. He backhands out the far side boards. That pops off. Blake picks it up. Now out to the point. And Cunningham's able to chip that out. Blake has to regroup. Now behind the net. Up the boards. It's off a Panther stick. Goes all the way down. We'll have another icing. One of the shots here, 4 minutes into the game. Berman coming down with Cousin. Cousin cuts across the blue. He backhand ones behind the net. Now behind the net. Cole Brownlow. Loose puck. Trying to battle for it. Comes to the slot. Shot. May. Save. Puck comes loose. May turns around and fires it in, and the Blake goaltender is able to handle that. Another save right off the face-off, flashing the leather. Panthers now on the far side. Cole Brownlow. He tries to cut to the middle. Cuts loose. Back to him. Oh, Tucky! Panther goal. Cole Brownlow. Cole Brownlow walking in off the wall. We'll see who gets that assist there. Putting your Century Jam Panthers up 1-0.
Scoring for Century at 4:39 in the first period, number 16, Cole Brownlow. Assisted by number 9, Carter May, number 21, Owen Cousin.
Cousin and May on that assist to Brownlow. Panthers backhand that around to the far side. Blake gets out of the zone. Shot, slides through the crease. Far corner. Up to the point. Another shot. Engelhart gets a stick on that. Chuela. And chips that around behind the net. Barry brings that around to the near side. Chip off the far side boards. Ferschweiler chasing it down, and we have an icing. Shot, bouncing off players. Elliott is there for the save. Right off the face-off, Blake giving that puck to the middle. Get a quick shot off and a rebound. Blake trying to work that to the front of it, walking into the slot. Loose on the near side. Hookie behind the net. He chips that up the far side boards. Blake's able to keep that in. Loose to the top of the blue line. Shot. Elliott with a save. Nobody really wants the puck here. We got a broken stick. Shot from a long range. Blake's able to steer that into the corner. Now behind the net, McJunkin. Hetland with it now. He goes behind the net to McJunkin. McJunkin in the middle. Waters fires a shot into the zone that Blake picks up. Blake fires that out of the arena. It's 7:32. Face-off outside the zone. Panthers win that. They fire that off the boards and all the way into the Blake end. Blake now behind their net. They go quick up the near side. Now working their way through the middle. Getting around the defenseman. Don't get a shot off. As your Panthers are able to recover quickly. Now up the near side. Blake coming back now. Good bump by Waters. Loose puck on the far side boards. Blake dumps that down. Cunningham grabs that in the near side corner. He rings that to the near side. That goes past the Panther forward. Tip just wide of the net. And your Panthers fired all the way down for another whistle at 6:28. Blake fires that in behind the Panther net. Truella is there. He fires that to the far side. May. Brownlow picking that up, chipping that out. Blake goes hard off the far side boards. Brownlow picks that up. He chips that to the middle. Blake coming back quickly. Truella and Barry break that up. Barry picking that up. He chips that up to himself. Loose puck. Brownlow is there. Ooh, shot just missing. And that puck scoots out. Truella goes back to get it. And out to the far side. Just misses Ferschweiler. Blake coming back now. Shot tipped by a Panther defenseman, goes wide, and looks like we'll have our first play. Cross check is the call. Must have called that before. So your Panthers will go on a Bob's Construction penalty kill. Blake now setting up. Working up to the far side. Shot and a goal. Tic-tac-toe. They keep that puck in and go far side and then work three guys across the middle. Blake now to the near side. Score all tied up with 4.5 minutes left. Blake coming through the middle. Broken up by Berman. Puck comes out. Blake now comes back quickly. Junkin picks that up. He goes cross ice. Back to McJunkin. That hops over his stick. Berman getting that low for Cash Hetland. Centering pass goes through McJunkin's stick. Trella back for it. Out of the middle through Berman. He gets Logan Landon. Landon now on the far side. Loose puck behind the net now, trying to get it to the front. Blake picks it up. They go up the far side boards and come out of the zone now. Starting to get a little more physical with 2.5 minutes left here in the first. Barry to the near side. Shot fired high. Loose behind the net. Truella's there. He chips it to the far side. Blake works it up to the point. Another shot. Rebound. Save. And your Panthers are able to fire that out. Blake has to regroup now. Carter May chasing to the far corner. Blake chips that up the far boards. Able to keep that in. I think that's Cruz. Hookie's able to pull that off the boards. This shot goes wide to the right. May gets there on the far side. And that puck jumps into the Blake bench for a whistle. Once again, I'd like to just recognize our seniors here this year. Flash those up periodically during the game. Behind the net, puck comes out to the front. Hookie stepping up. Shot just misses. Brownlow trying to get that to the front. Oh, net came off. Puck comes out to Hookie. He steps up and just fires. Misses just wide to the left. Brownlow trying to get that puck to the front of the net. Centering pass. May can't get his stick on that. Blake comes out on the far side. 1:22 left here in the first. Blake regroups. Blake coming down now to the far side. Pass. Elliott with a save. Blake making two nice passes in the high slot. Elliott's able to keep his chest up and get in front of that. And we have a whistle with 54 seconds left. Shot. Elliott with save. Loose puck comes to the front. We steer that to the side. 40 seconds left. Blake walking out. Shot high. Rebound. Shot blocked. have another icing. 22 seconds left. That's are 12-5 in favor of Blake. Panthers have had some zone time, just not getting that puck into the goaltender. This puck comes to the slot, taken away. 14 seconds left, coming back on a rush. 2-on-2. Shot just wide of the Blake net. Shot from the point here goes wide. Ferschweiler chipping that to the point. Mason Waters throws that back into the zone. We have our horn. Shots remain 12-5 here at the end of one. Heading into the second period. Again, just like to highlight some of our seniors this year. Mason Bourbon, Elliott Ray, Jordan Cruz, Eli Erickson. We'll highlight another handful here during the varsity game. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors. All the money that's donated goes to equipment, supplies, jerseys, socks, meals on bus trips, meals after games, extra special jerseys since we'll be playing an outdoor hockey day, all sorts of stuff. Again, thanks for contributing. $15 minutes back on the clock. Second period about to start. Score is tied 1-1. And here we go. Panthers win that opening draw here in the second period. Get that into the Blake zone. Now go on the attack. Blake throws that all the way down. Barry gets checked. Truella is there. He chips that up the boards. Cousin trying to get that to the middle. That's off of Blake's body and out of the zone. Blake steps across the red, fires it into the Panther zone. Now to Brownlow on the near side. He goes up the boards. Blake walking across. That hits a crossbar and up into the netting. A little bit more patience there from Brownlow, working that back to his D, get open to an open spot. Blake walking in and firing that off the top crossbar. Now at the point, that goes off a Panther body and over to the far corner. Ferschweiler trying to chip that puck out. Now it comes out of the zone. Ferschweiler coming down. He chips that behind the Blake defense. loose puck. Blake picks that up. They come out through the middle. Walking across the blue. Hooky in the near side corner. Loose puck comes to the middle. Engelhart can't hang on to that as Blake is back checking. Loose puck in the middle, almost right to a Blake player. Luckily, he couldn't get his full stick on that. Blake now walking across the blue. He whiffs on that shot in the high slot. Still dancing. Chipping that to himself. Cruz comes down. He fires that behind the Blake defenseman. Panthers tag up. They dump that down behind the Blake defense. Now coming down on a breakaway. Shot. Beating Elliott up over the glove. Just sleeping back there. They got a change in. Defenseman saw him. Able to get that puck in at 12:30 of the second period. Got to pay closer attention there on the defensive side. Especially in these second periods where the benches are on the other side of the ice. They have a long change.
Scoring for Blake at 2:30 in the second period, number 13, Campbell Arthur. Assisted by number 25.
Panthers up the far wall. Cunningham grabs that with a glove. Now we're able to get that out of the zone. McJunkin chasing with Cunningham. Berman chips that out. Now we come to the near side. Hetland. To McJunkin. He fires that in. The Blake goaltender hops on that for a whistle at 11:41. Face off in the Blake zone. Blake wins that. They come around the near side. Moving that across the red line. They backhand that in. Chiarella back to get it. Turnover. Blake walking in. Shot, save, Elliott. Panthers trying to chip that out. Can't. Chiarella stops behind the net. He spins, good move. Now chips that to the far boards. Landon there, he tries to chip it out, can't. Blake fires a slap shot. Elliott's able to handle that. Now to the far side, coming down. Glove save by the southpaw. Face off, top of the Panther defensive zone. We pick that up, come down now, 2-on-2. That shot's off a Blake defender into the near corner. Blake comes out now to the far side. Taken away by your Panthers. We chip that out. Blake picks it back up. That's off Hookie's skate. Cruz to the far side. Dump that in. Blake stops after there's defenseman. Blake working that up quickly. Taking away, Brownlow coming down. He can't get a shot off. Now to the near side. Shot! Oh, tip, but just wide. Good job by your Panthers to cycle that puck and get a good scoring opportunity in. Brownlow centering to May. Brownlow trying to work that puck to the middle. Cruz backhands that back in the zone. Brownlow is there. He backhands that near corner to Cousin. Now to the far side. Hookie fires a shot that just misses. Wraparound try broken up by Blake. Puck on the far boards, trying to just get that deep. Blake's able to chip that out. Brownlow coming down, cutting in. Blocked! Goal! Cole Brownlow! See if we can catch on the replay again here. We'll try to cue that up here, replay up, and watch that goal. Cole Brownlow with his second goal. Now puck comes to the near side. Now we got Cole come down on a breakaway again. Oh, got it! He got it in! Cole Brownlow with a hat trick. Coming down the breakaway. Cole gets that puck gets tipped and he just goes off to the races. Able to get it off of the goaltender's pad. Maybe your Panthers a 3-2 lead here halfway through second period. Blake dumps that in. Elliott steers that behind the net. Now to the near side. Blake walking across the top of the slot, backhand through the slot. Ferschweiler picks that up. Waters to the far side. We'll have a Blake penalty, it looks like. See if we can catch the call here on the replay. Must have been here against the boards, right? Maybe right there? Or maybe that hold there. Not really sure. We'll get the call here momentarily. Christian Bieber getting some shifts here at goal. Panthers here on the power play. And Blake's able to get that all the way down. Christian stops that behind the net. This could be a good sign. I don't know. I mean, Zach Bohan suffered a knee injury in the last game, and Christian came in relief. Blake coming down, wraparound try. Panthers were able to recover. Bohan had to leave the game. Christian came in relief and hadn't heard yet. You know, the boys said they saw him in school on crutches. So So I don't know if he's feeling better or if we're putting a different goaltender in or what the story is. Blake trying to dance to the middle. Ferschweiler picks that up. Out of the far side. Up off the boards. Blake dumps that in deep. 37 seconds left in this power play. I know we are on a power play. This is a Insignia power play. Thanks to Insignia for doing a lot of the screen printing and stitching here for your Panthers gear. And RYHA, as a matter of fact. So for all your apparel, custom apparel needs, go check out Insignia. And McJunkin getting that to the middle, rebound, shot, goal! Aiden Berman on that power play. Let's watch that play develop as they go for a face-off here. Aiden Berman just gets a simple rebound here. Very simple play. Just getting that puck to the net, getting a rebound. Cookie picking that up. He rings it around the far side. McJunkin's there. He goes to the middle. That's off a Blake player. Berman now to Hetland. Hetland backhands that to the near side. Nice check by Camden McJunkin. He goes up the near side, boards up to the point. Hookie fires a shot, rebound. Just jumps over Hetland's stick. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in the game, or sorry, the second period. Loose puck. Blake just elects to toss that out of the zone. Get across the red, try to fire that down. That goes off a couple players though. Blake now to the far side all the way down. That should be an icing.
Just a reminder, fans, there are still the chuck pucks at the main entrance.
There is a chuck-a-puck tonight. Our sponsor is Insignia.
Pucks are $2 a piece per $3.
Adam Waters and his brother running that company. 4.5 minutes left. Puck comes to the point. Shot blocked by Blake. They come out of the zone now. And he falls on the blue line. Hit a tripwire, I think. Cunningham picks it up, comes in down the near side boards. Now behind the net. Landon trying to take that puck away as Blake comes out. Now to the near side. Blake on a rush. Drop pass. Now to the far side. Oh, tried to get that up over Elliott's blocker. A little too high. Blake trying to center. Shot. That's off Mason Waters' stick. Blake now cycling in the near side corner. Blake walking out. Elliott's there for the save. Rebound. We had a little ping pong action there. Puck bouncing all over the place. Ends up getting behind Elliott. Got to stop that guy from coming out. We do. That puck squirts to the far side. Score is 4-3.
Score from Blake at 11:16 of the second period, number 28.
19-10 are your shots here with 3 minutes left in the second period. Loose puck. Cole Brownlow with another shot that just hops over the goaltender's pad to the far side. Barry takes a shot to the chops. And Blake will take a call for that. Cross check to the lips. There's that shot that goes just wide. Puck comes to the near side. Barry gets it deep. And he takes a knuckle sandwich right to the chin. Panthers win that draw. Now across the near side of the blue line. Back to the middle. Shot. Back out to the point. Barry down low. Out of the middle. Cousin trying to get that to Brownlow. Truella able to stop Blake from getting a lone man rush. Puck's poked to the near side. Barry's there for it. He goes to the far side. Cousin off his stick. Truella chipping that to Brownlow. Now to the near side. Broken up by Blake as they come down. Shot. Blocked. Cole Brownlow picking it up. He backhands to the near side. Carter May now to the far side. That's off Truella's stick. Backhand, trying to hit Cole in the slot. Not really able to set much up here with a minute left in this power play. No icing. Panthers are changing. Barry goes back for it. That's off Hookie's stick. Hookie back for it. Ferschweiler picks it up. He comes around the far side of the net now. Coming down the middle. Blake rings that around hard to the far side. Not able to keep it in. A bouncing puck. Now there's a race. Shot. Elliott with the save. .16 seconds left in the power play. Panthers go forward with that. Engelhart tries to chip that around the Blake defender. Now we have delayed offsides. Blake comes out of the zone. The Insignia power play is over. Bad pass through the slot. To the far side. .47 seconds left. Blake here on the point, trying to keep that deep. Ferschweiler's able to get that out. Out of the far side, Blake coming back. Quick move. Shot and a goal. Aiden Hookie getting twisted there, not able to recover and challenge that shot, and Blake comes down and puts that by Elliott, tying it up here with 25 seconds left. Blake coming down now. Cunningham able to get a stick on that. Now on the far side, Berman can't chip that around. That pops up into the Blake bench, and we'll have a whistle with 10 seconds left.
You are invited up the walking track after the game for refreshments and more. Thank you for your support.
Up to the point, shot, blocked, 5 seconds left. Cunningham wisely ties it up in the corner. That's our horn. End of the second, tied 4-4. Shots are 21-11 in favor of Blake. You're watching Panther hockey. We'll be back for the start of the third period. All right, here come your Century Jam Panthers onto the ice. Clean surface. Third period on the board. 15 minutes on the clock. For many in the corporate world, probably vacation started today, so congratulations for making it through the week, making it through the year. Again, a quick thank you to some of our sponsors here. We're going to flash those up throughout the period. Thank you to our Chuck-a-Puck sponsor, Insignia. Come on down to the rink tonight for the varsity game between the second and third period for the Chuck-a-Puck. Win some $100. Hats. Opening face-off here in the third period, ready to rock and roll. Brownlow, Carter May, Owen Cousin out there here to start the third period. Cunningham's able to keep that in. That bounces off of a Blake player and out. Now coming out of the zone. Carter May trying to get around a defender. Can't. Tries to get it in front of the net, loose puck, high slot, Robert Cunningham is able to hold that in, can't get a shot off though, Carter May in the far corner. Brownlow decides to hop on that dog pile. And Blake will go to the box for a little shenanigans in there, and in the corner is Cole Brownlow hopped on him. Right there, looks like, and then all of a sudden the Blake player gets up and maybe gives him a little extra tap. Face off in the Blake zone. Panthers on the power play. That is an Insignia power play. Puck squirts out. Truella to the far side. Firstweiler getting tied up. Now in the near corner, Firstweiler. Now out to the point. Truella's there. Off the boards. Up to the high point. Blake picks that up in the high point area and backhands that all the way down. Truella back to retrieve. Now behind the net, near side, Barry is there. He goes up the boards. That goes off Englehart's stick, and Blake comes back. Shot fired just wide of Beaver. Exit pass here on the power play. Blake's able to intercept that. Truella picks it up. He has a soft pass to the near side. No icing. Blake back to retrieve it. They ring it hard to the near side. 25 seconds left in the power play. That rings around to the far side. Blake picks it up. Cruz applying the pressure. Hetland picks the puck up now. He loses it to Blake. Blake walks out. Shot and a goal. One guy beats three. Not a good sign for the Panther power play. Three guys down there and four guys. One guy is absolutely taking them to school. Let him walk out and get a shot off. Not what you'd like to see on the power play. 5 seconds left in the power play. Now we'll have a slash on Erickson, it looks like. See if we can pick that up in the replay. Huh. All right. I do have bad eyes. I'm not sure whether I saw a slash or not, but Erickson going to the box. This is a Bob's Construction penalty kill. That shot from the point goes wide to the far side. Now to the point. Blake walking in. Shot. Fired just wide. Blake's able to keep that in. Good handwork here on the blue line. Chipping that back to the point. Now back down low behind. Centered it. Loose puck. Now work to the far side. Blake rings that around behind the net to the near side. Now up the near side boards. And Cunningham's able to get that out. 47, Eli Erickson. Blake coming across that blue. And Panthers are able to get that out one more time here. 59 seconds left in this Bob's Construction penalty kill. Blake to the near side, past everybody. Not far enough for icing though. Truella spins. He steps up, fires that all the way down. 38 seconds left. Turnover. First Roller gets a shot off, but that's blocked by a Blake defender. Now Blake coming back. Out of the near side. Engelhardt walks in. Blake takes that away. Blake coming down. Trying to get that to the front of the net. Blake to the side. Von Engelhardt's able to get that down. Penalty over. Truella behind the net. Up off the boards. Now through the middle, Blake has to regroup. Barry rings around to the far side. Truella. He gets that to the middle. Oh boy, cross check. Cash Shetland going to the box. That one's easy to call. Watch that in the replay. Puck comes across the middle. Right here, we're trying to make a cross ice pass, comes in the middle. Cash just comes with both hands. Easy to call right there in front of the ref. So back to the Bob's Construction penalty kill. Right to the middle now, down to the near side. They set up in their umbrella. Hookie now in the near side corner. Comes up the wall. Blake's able to hold that in momentarily. Landon's able to get that down. Blake comes down the far side now. Blake able to get a shot off. That goes wide. Now the puck comes out all the way down. No icing here with 8:18 left here in the third period. Blake coming down. On a break, Elliott makes a great save. Loose puck on the far side, still in the power play. 50 seconds left, backhand tipped, bouncing puck. And your Panthers were able to get that up and hard off the glass and all the way down. 44 seconds left in the kill. Brownlow on the chase. Good body there by Cole Brownlow. Far boards, Mason Waters is able to throw that back in. Brownlow now attacking. Cole getting bumped off that puck. He holds the player, no call. Blake walking through the middle. Dump that deep now. 3 seconds left. Penalty's over. Robert Cunningham chipping down to the far side. Owen Cousin now driving. He comes in the middle, loses the puck. Cunningham now in the neutral zone. He dumps that back in, and Rochester tags up and goes back on the forecheck. Truella dumping that back in as Panthers tag back up one more time. Panthers on a delayed offsides here. Turnover. Ferschweiler coming down. He tries to drive behind the net. Blake picks that up. They throw it up to the blue line. Barry. Loose puck in the slot. Blake's goaltender comes out for it.
You see him going like, roll down, kid.
Face-off, Blake wins that. That goes to the far side. They backhand that out of the zone. I'd like to see Barry hold that blue line a little bit longer. Panthers can't get to that puck, and Blake comes around quickly. Shot that Elliott's able to make a save. Hetland trying to chip that to the middle. Now out of the slot that Panthers were able to turn that over, but Blake turns it back in quickly. Now behind the net. 5:02 left here in the third. See if your Panthers can come back and put a few. Oh, Barry's going to the box for a slash. Well, that won't help here in the third period. 5:02 left. We're on the penalty kill with down a man. Blake will send out their power play unit.
At 9:58 of the third period, unit by the Brothers for slashing, called on substitute number 77, Keegan Barry.
Cruz picks that up hard off the glass to the near side. Blake's able to hold that in. They try to dump it down. That's turned over. Cruz dumps that in. Panthers have to tag up. Now all the way down. Shot just misses that net. Blake walking in the middle. Shot off of Beaver's shoulder. Shot wide. Now out to the point. Shot. Beaver's able to put a glove on that at 4:03. 101 left in the penalty kill. This is a Bob Constructions penalty kill. Face off to the left of Beaver. Blake having to regroup in the neutral zone now. They chip that around. Mason Waters. Hooky in there in the corner. Hard up the far side wall. Blake goes near side. Hookie's able to get a stick on that. We'll have another penalty, a holding. Blake now fires a shot. Beaver's able to make the save. Now their goaltender comes out for the extra guy. Blake shot, save, Beaver, far side. Boy, if I was them, I'd give them the puck. Blake now working up to the far side, 6-on-4 here. Shot, that gets through. Now out to the point, and finally your Panthers are able to touch it. 3:05 left here in the third period. Shots are 29-11. 3 seconds left in the original penalty. So a short 5-on-3, and then we'll go back to 5-on-4. Blake controlling that play. They ring that around behind the net to the near side. .122 left. Truella picks it up. He fires it to the point. Blake holds it in. 5-on-4. Now Truella gets that and fires it all the way down. Brownlow is there first. That bounces off his stick. He gets botted here in the near side corner. Blake coming down now. They drop pass. That's broken up by Cousin. 53 seconds left in the penalty kill. Blake coming down. 1.5 minutes left in the game. Far side. Cunningham is there. Blake working that far side now. Cunningham and pass to the middle, shot blocked by Truella. Blake working that back to the point. That puck squirts out. 1:17 left. 9 seconds left in the penalty. Loose puck in the high slot now. Shot. Save Beaver. .104 left. See if your Panthers can tie this up. Hard off the boards. Blake's able to bounce that back. Now we'll have a slashing. We'll go back to the box. Oh, boy. Penalties just killing us here. Play behind the net. We try to get that puck out. Blake gets it back deep right there. We slash his stick. Go back to the box. This will be another Bob's Construction penalty kill. Face-off won by Blake. We'll get to that to the net, but Shuela's able to break that up. Now we toss it all the way down. Brownlow's there. He picks the puck up. 38 seconds left. Shuela keeping that puck in the zone. Loose puck. Carter May fires a shot. 26 seconds. Wow. Penalty fest here. Calling a roughing, I think, on Blake. I'm not sure I see it, but okay. All right, so now we'll go to, it's not a power play, 4-on-4. But we are pulling our goaltender, so it will be a power play. Insignia power play, that is. And now we got a timeout. See what your Panthers can draw up here. We'll see what your Panthers have drawn up here for 22 second. 5-on-4. Goaltender pulled down by 1. Cole Brownlow stepping in for this draw. He's got 3 goals already. Blake hard up the boards. Shuela's able to keep that in. He walks in, shot fired. Blake's goaltender is able to make a save. "15 seconds remain. Blake hard off the boards. And the puck squirts out. Shuela firing that into Blake's zone. Blake fires that directly into their coaches. That'll sit well the next practice. So that's at least a couple Herbies. All right, plan B. Got to probably go straight to the net. Maybe draw back. Brownlow in for this draw. Loose puck, trying to look for a shot. No can do. So your JV team falls 5-4. Shots here 31-12 in favor of Blake. Once again, it's senior night. Thanks to all our seniors. Congratulations. We'll highlight more of those seniors here as we get into the varsity game. Thanks for watching today. Catch us on social media. And thanks for watching. We'll be back for the varsity game.